All right, I think I got it. Hopefully this works out. Yeah, hopefully this works out. Bada boom, bada bing. Not doing anything exciting this time around. Just actually, last time I didn't either. I think we went on the front lines a little bit later on in the game, but this time I think I only have about an hour or so to play, and I figured, hell, I've been over here grinding for about 20 minutes, and I figured just pop on and stream a little bit. Let's see here. I turned my mic up. One of the let's just see here. Yeah, I think my mic should be up pretty good now. Oh, let me grab my phone as well. I think I muted my phone earlier, but my daughter's gonna probably need a bottle in about an hour. Yep, let's turn that off. Turn that on. There we go. Alright, so just in case my daughter wakes up and my wife texts me, I don't want to miss that. I want to be able to go ahead and take care of that. Which means when she does wake up, I'll have to stop the stream. I'll more than likely start back, but yeah. Right now, we're just doing a little bit of grind time, the usual. So I'm filling up my truck here, trying to knock down this node, make sure. Today we're in a different map though. We're over here in Yield Stone Cradle. That's right, the precious. Gotta love that Stone Cradle. I miss my good old fashioned Stone Cradle. I was working over here in Viper. I started a, what do you call it? The thing in the storage depot. I forgot what it's called now. Basically, where you hold over supplies or whatever. A reserve, a player reserve. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I started one and I just abandoned it. It had a decent amount of stuff into it. I did a video on it, and I wanted to edit the video, but we have friends come over and we had a great time with the friends. And when we were done with that, we went out to a little bit of shopping, and by the time we come back home, I started doing laundry and everything, and it's like I didn't have enough time to really sit down and do a video edit. I feel like I'd be working the entire night and I didn't get a chance to play at all, so I wanted to just jump on and have a little time grinding. Now normally when I'm grinding here, I have two monitors. What I do on the second monitor is I load up a show and just watch the show on the second monitor and get my grind going. The Logi guys that were coming here stopped coming here. I just kept the stuff in my truck, and when they showed up, I just emptied my truck, and they could just take the materials and go wherever with them, but currently that is not the case. So, oh, yep, we're loaded. Okay. Wait, I might be good enough to, yeah, I can go. I was going to try to wait here, but like I mentioned, those guys weren't coming back, so let's just go ahead and zoom back in here. We got to make it down this way to the refinery. Pardon me for the throat clearing. Let's get on over here, make our way back to the refinery, drop off some goods, and then we'll probably come back out here. How much more is left on that node? Okay, so there's not much more on there. I'm not gonna, well, on Stone Cradle they took away the storage depot, which it makes me sad. The handicapped Stone Cradle, but it's basically a manufacturing hub anyways. So one of the things I will do, just to make sure that Logi stays okay, is I'll just, not with this truck of course, but I'll take a bunch of mats and make radios and sledges, things of that nature, so that way Stone Cradle can actually have materials for Logi. Outside of that, Everybody else can just have the rest of that stuff. I'm not too worried about it. Yep, so let's get on down here. First things first, I'm gonna have to make a new truck. Oh crap, wrong way. I was looking down there at the map. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna have to make a new truck, and probably gonna have to get a standard truck. One of your standard transports, because these bad boys are nice, don't get me wrong. They bring in a lot of raw material, but they're so limited. I can't be bothered with such limited material. So yeah, let's just dump everything in here, submit all. There we go. And when I get a truck, I'm going to turn that stuff into, what's this? Let's pull that up. Let's check the drop items here. Yep, that's not too much there. Boop, boop, boop. Now, as far as the aluminum, what is the iron? Yeah, I don't care about the iron really. Let's submit it all. Oh, I don't have enough on the truck? Are you serious? Oh my. Oh, that's right. This inventory can't hold anything like that. Okay. Oh, did I submit that? Oh, okay, yeah, so I must have submitted it in there and that guy took it. Okay, that's cool. Well, I was just gonna build a truck. This guy's already dumped a bunch of mats right there in the open. I might as well take those and go ahead and build the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this truck here, because I don't need that truck. I just want, let me take that 10 piece there as well, just in case something goes wrong when I'm building. A little bit of fuel, and let's just go ahead and submit all, so that way we get the rest of that in there. Very good. And one of the other things I'm going to do here is dump that in there and then put the rest of these back. I'm not trying to take them all, it's just that, yeah. Clean that up a little bit so it's not so nasty in there. I know I accidentally put my 10 piece back in there, but it'll be fine. I believe there's more material over here. So, oh, I probably should have grabbed some extra. I could help that guy build. If there's more material, I'll just help him build anyways. It'll be fine. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Oh no. Ooh, okay, never mind. Can't help him build. Too risky. Well, let me just go get some more materials. By the time I come back, he's probably going to finish building it though. So yeah, let me just go get some more materials. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's how it works. The moment you walk away, it's like, yep, he finishes it. There we go. What a nice guy, yeah. Where's the transport at? Yep, there we go. Alright. So let's go ahead and get that done. For those of you watching that don't know how you do that, you press E near these buildings and that'll bring up the UI for the building. And then of course, you just drag your mouse around, left click on the thing that you'd like to select, and then begin building by equipping your hammer, pressing number 1. When the hammer is in the number 1 slot, you can make sure that the hammer is in the number 1 slot by pressing tab, which will bring up your inventory, and then you click on the hammer, which will move it into a slot where the hammer can be equipped, which is the number 1 slot, and build your truck. I know it's a lot to say in one spot, especially with me. I just got through eating not too long ago. I gotta get a sip of water here. Oh man, it's good. So I hope that the audio is much better. I know that the air conditioning just kicked in here. It's kind of warm I'm hoping that there's not too much background noise, but I mean, you know, we were playing some 7 Days to Die yesterday, and oh my goodness, it was so fun. Me and my friends, I enjoy playing that game with them. I don't know if anybody here would like to see that kind of gameplay, you know, just streaming it, because I kind of don't want to record it because the editing will be a problem. I like recording and editing Foxhole and providing videos for Foxhole. But as far as like the other games I play, I'd much rather stream them. That way I don't have to edit them. I can just talk with everybody while we play and just have sort of a social moment, you know what I mean? Because with Foxhole, streaming this may not be too exciting, especially when you're just doing a bunch of Logi. It's like, what is he doing? Oh, Logi again? And I try to stay away from the front lines, especially when streaming, just because of all the noise that gets generated if you stream anything secret that's happening. So I try to stay away from that, but I mean, it happens. You get bored. You gotta get down there on the front. Yeehaw! Alright, so let's go ahead and grab some stuff out of here. And, got our truck filled with goods. Now, one of the things you could do, I don't know if I showed this. Oh, that's right, I did it in the video that I'm editing. Well, I'll do it again while I'm here. Why not? What you could do is, if you wanted to store these B mats into your own personal stockpile on a map, I'm trying to think of what it's called. Reserve? I'll just use reserve until I think of what the actual name is called. Maybe it is called the reserve, I don't know. But what you can do if you want to store these mats in your own personal reserve, understand that I do have personal selected here so that they're being retained. Now you right click here and then you can use retrieve as crates. Now when you retrieve them as crates, they will have the reserve tag. I think you can transform them back, so hopefully it doesn't screw me over here, but let's just go ahead and try this out real quick. So you can see they have reservable down there in the bottom left corner. Yeah, that reservable means now you can actually stick that in your own personal reserve. I had 17 crates of this over at Viper. 17 crates of these with radios, all sorts of stuff over there. But I'm not playing on Viper. I'm back over here at the Precious Stone Cradle. So yeah. Now I'm thinking I should be able to. Can I convert these back? Transform? Oh no, transfer. Crap. So I might have to go to a town hall or something, and maybe I can go over here to this place and try to change these back, because I'm hoping I don't have to submit them just to oh, that's gonna suck so bad. Let's try. It's gonna suck so bad if I please tell me I'm not screwed here. Let's do radio. Oh, I'm so screwed. Okay, let's go to the yeah, let's go to the town hall. I think the town hall will let us reverse the process. If not, we might have to go back to the whatever that the refinery there. I know that the stockpile will let you do it. I just don't remember what other buildings will allow you to to do that. No. All right, there has to be. Oh, wait, down here. Down here. Isn't there a option to? Oh my God, this sucks so much. Okay, okay. Let's go back to the let's go back to the building over here. I'm pretty sure the refinery will allow us to change them back. Let's see here. Alright, so let's go to refinery. I know it's one of these buttons here that I just don't remember how you do it. Oh, I don't remember how you do it. Oh, store crates for personal use? That's in the storage depot. You create a I'm doing a video on it. I have a video recorded. I just have not edited the video yet, so stay tuned. That video will be edited probably tomorrow. Right now it's 23:14 where I live, which is 11:14 p.m. So it's not going to get done tonight, but tomorrow, either before I go to work, I'll start the editing and then finish it up when I get home from work, and then do an upload immediately after that, and you'll have more detail on how to. I'm just going to park somewhere and try to figure out how to do these damn crates real quick, because I know that there's a way to change these back. There's certain buildings that'll let you change them back. I just don't remember which ones they are, aside from the storage depot. Maybe a safe house, right? Let's try a safe house. A safe house will probably let you do it. Oh man, that kind of sucks. Let's try this place here. All right, so what if we it's a thing somewhere in here that says like transform stack or something like that, or revert back. It's probably only the storage depot that does it, you know. So I'm screwed. Okay, well, no matter, we're grinding anyway, so we can. How many more are left up here? So 83 is still left up there. No problem. What we'll do is we'll just submit these back into the town. We'll submit these into the town hall, and then just go grab some more. It'll be fine. They need to be mapped here, so it's not too big of a deal. Alright, submit all. There you go. Now, I'm starting to think, wait a minute, I think I was supposed to put them into the town hall inventory and then revert them. Oh, son of a gun. That probably was the, how many more do I have left at the thing over here? Now that I think about it, that was the process. I was supposed to submit them first and then change them back in the inventory of the building, not in the inventory of the truck. So let's try that out real quick. Retrievers crates. So you see we got our crates again with the reservable. Now let's go check with the town hall real quick. If this doesn't work, then we just blew through our entire little Logi run right there. No matter, we got a little bit more in us. Alright. I don't know what this guy's doing here. Alright, so can we change that back? No? What about, no. It doesn't work, huh? I could swear it was a damn button over here on the town hall that would also allow you to do it. So I'm probably wrong about that. It is the storage depot. So let's go ahead and do that then. Alright, submit. I'm wondering. I'm so blown about that though. Alright, submit all. It'll be fine. Let's go get some more raw goods. Yeah, pickling, I don't know if you got the message that I mentioned earlier. You, if you're on a map that has a storage depot, then you, maybe it got changed in an update. Yeah, it probably has, or either I'm just imagining that the other buildings can do it as well. I know that the stockpile does it, because I think I demonstrated it in the video. But yeah, I mean, not stockpile, what is it called? The storage department, or maybe it is called a stockpile. But that big, let's take a look at the map real quick. I can probably find one on the map. Let's see here. I know of the one in Viper, but it doesn't show because of the secure map. Yeah, so it's not going to show. But in Viper, there's one down here somewhere in Blackthorn. You can just go there and, or not there, but in whatever map you're on, go to the storage depot and create. There's like a plus button on there. Click that plus button, and that'll let you create your own. I don't even know what it's called, but your own personal storage reserve. Then once you make sure that your storage reserve that you just created is the one that's highlighted for you to use, not public, and then you submit the crates into your personal reserve. The video that I'll release will have all that in it though. It'll show you. Alright, let's go ahead and smash this up. I've been wanting to play, but playing with friends is really good as well. We're not able to stream our gameplay because I do YouTube, and when we play, they don't do any kind of YouTube or anything like that. So when we play, it's very comfortable, and everyone uses real names as well as personal situations, and we're definitely not going to stream all of that live. So yeah. One of my friends though, she's really good. She plays really well in 7 Days to Die. She doesn't play this game though. She doesn't know how, I think I showed her some videos of it or whatever, but she's not interested in this type of game. At least not yet. She hadn't actually played it to know, but just looking at it, she's like, nope. So I was like, all right, I got you. I understand it's not appealing. Pardon me. She's like, it's not appealing, you know, for her at least. I'm guessing it's not very appealing on the surface. It looks very much like a mobile game, but there's serious depth to it. And with some people, they just never get past that first image of the game. Like, you're not about to have me play that Android game, are you? It's like, nah, don't worry about it. Leave Foxhole to the professionals. But the other games that we played though, very fun. When we were playing 7 Days, we turned the resources down, or when I play solo, at least I like to turn the resources all the way down to about 25%. And it makes you really appreciate everything that you get in the game. Like you have to grind fairly heavy in the beginning of the game, but once you get started, you know, once you get your forages up and get some of those other resource heavy tasks out of the way during the early game, it starts to pick up a little bit more. And of course you got to invest heavily in your perks, and one of the perks that you really want to go into early hard, aside from, you know, minor 69er and all of that, because those are the things you need so that you can get your grind going a little bit better. But you get perks like I think, what's it called, Scavenger or something like that. Lucky Looter, there you go. You get Lucky Looter, and it's a fantastic perk to have and get leveled up seriously fast. So especially when you're playing, oh man, oh that's right, I'm not in that other truck anymore. Crap, I forgot about that. Okay, so let's do this. And because which one is lighter anyway? Oh yeah, definitely that's definitely lighter. Yeah. Yeah. Or packing, excuse me. Packing, it's or I'll just say cans. Cans is pretty easy there. It's a super fun, simple game depending on what area that you want to play, because there's so many different avenues in the game. So you can definitely have a more adventurous time with a lot more moving parts, like working with the clan and performing operations down on the front line or behind enemy lines. I've got some videos of us doing that kind of stuff, but I cut out a lot of the chatting and planning that we do, because that kind of stuff's not interesting in the video, and it takes a lot of time. So you really don't want to see that in a video, especially when you're trying to make it entertaining. And when the plan fails on top of that, you spend all that time planning and everything, you got your butt handed to you. It's fun, but if you want to make the video entertaining so that people can see, learn, and still enjoy the video, you got to cut a lot out. And yeah, I enjoy that kind of stuff myself, but the Logi is what I enjoy the most, mainly because if anything happens in the background in real life, I can just, you know, park the truck, go take care of whatever's happening, come right back, jump in the truck, and keep going. You can't do that on the front line. Yeah, that, especially if you're helping someone with the Howie or whatever, and you're giving coordinates. You can't just be like, oh look, the wife calls, I'm gonna just jump, leave you here, and you need a spotter, and I'm just gone for whatever amount of time. It just doesn't work. One of the things I'm happy for now as well, though, like you saw how I just submitted the goods into the refinery. It used to be like a year ago or whatever when I was playing. It used to be that when you would submit raw material into the refinery, but there was didn't matter how much reserve, but anything reserved for you in the personal slot, you could not submit more raw material. You had to first remove the refined material that you have reserved, then you were allowed to submit more raw material. And that was just an unnecessary pain in the ass. Like, it was one of those things that helped to burn me out about the game. It's like we got a ton of grind and everything that we have to do, and a lot of it'll wear you down. And then when you add in those unnecessary things, like I can't submit new material because I have a small amount of material in there. Then you got to do that juggling thing where you take the raw material out of your truck to put the new material in, and then quickly try to submit the raw material before someone else does. That kind of crap. Like, it was just hell. And it was like, man, when they polish this up a little bit more, hopefully I can come back to it, but I can't do it at this point in time. It's just a little too much trouble. But the devs, they came a long way, man. I got to give them serious credit for it. From where the game came from, I enjoyed the game the entire way. Oh, something just exploded. I don't know what, but something blew up. Anyway, what was I saying there? Yeah, I enjoyed the entire growth of this game. It's wonderful. I really enjoy it. But the problem I'm having is just that when you start an early access game, and I've done this for like 4 games now, played from early access all the way up to 1.0. The game gets super interesting and fun at certain parts during the early development, but you're often reminded that these are just temporary changes, but you enjoy them so much. And then as the game progresses and, the developers start to fabricate their vision of what they want the game to be, we as the players have to cope with losing this enjoyable thing that we're currently experiencing. And man, there's so much ups and downs with that. Foxhole in the beginning, like when everyone used to be on a single map, playing back in the Able America days. That's just as I remember it, because that's what the server was called. It was like Barracks America, Able America, and a few other ones like German and Chinese servers, things of that nature. But it was awesome. I really enjoyed it back then. Then of course, they started to expand the maps a little bit. They had a 3x3 map at first, and that was pretty cool too. I didn't mind the 3x3 map, but there were always the pain points, like with the grenade spam and everything. Oh my god, the grenade spam was, I think, by far the worst. But you deal with it, the ups and downs. Either way, I'm going to give early access games a break for a little while, because it's just too much. You ride that roller coaster, you fall in love, and then it's like, oh wait, you're changing it. But I like that feature. I didn't know you were going to change it. And they're like, yeah, that's just a placeholder feature until we created this other thing. It's like, well, can't you do them both? Like, don't take away the thing I like. And they're like, yeah, it's got to go. So, yep, Foxhole has been wonderful, man. I really enjoyed it. I'm still kind of hoping that they give us another way of grinding other than just smacking stuff with a hammer or a sledgehammer. don't get me wrong. It's, you know, it's doable. You know, we can actually do it, and it's not difficult. But I kind of would like a better way to grind. Yeah. Especially for the early game, man. I understand in the early game you want to be able to, because the tech tree just doesn't. They try so hard to make the game more realistic, and then it's something like a sledgehammer, which is literally a hunk of metal on the end of a stick. You put that so far down the tech tree, like you mean to tell me we developed the guns and tanks and all this sort of motorcycles, bombs, all of that shit before we learned how to put a hunk of metal on the end of a stick? You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. We gotta go through all this grind just so that we can get a more efficient grind. I don't know. I just wish there was a better way. And the harvester is great, though. I gotta be honest with you. I keep going the wrong way. Yeah, tech tree,
Okay.
it's such a pain in the ass, the tech tree. I mean, I get it. You can't have it to where people can just blow through it really quickly. Next thing you know, it's like day one. Everybody's got all these, you know, battle tanks and all kinds of crap. Let's submit all there. And,
I have some scrap on me. Should I
let's
throw
just
it
throw
in?
this in there because I'm not going to do anything with it. And now let's go up here and submit all. This time, however, we are not going to grab crates. We're going to retrieve to inventory. Bloop. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, wrong one. Okay, so now you know what not to do.
Here's an idea.
That was inventory of the refinery.
Get
Oh, man.
enough aluminum to make a prototype.
It's like, hey, that's a free lesson right there. Don't do that. Especially when the what do you call it, the refinery is crowded by about like 30 guys. Yeah, definitely don't do that. You're welcome. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some stuff for Logi. That's basically why I'm grinding here today. I want, oh, you know what, screw that. Let's go with all sledges. Do I have enough to make all sledges? But let's go ahead and click these off of here. We're gonna go with all sledges. Oh, I'm just shy. I'm just shy. Okay, let's go get some more. How does Logi work? Well, Logi works in two ways. I've got several other videos if you'd like to watch them, but I can just give you a brief breakdown here. Logi has an import and an export. On the import side of things, you can definitely... Oh, you saw the other videos? Oh, okay. Well, I can still talk to you about it. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, there you go. He gave you a nice little breakdown. It's work, a ton of work. But more seriously though, basically on your import Logi, that's where you go get the raw materials like what I just did. I went and got a bunch of raw salvage. Then I brought it down to the refinery. Now, when you want to do that as just import Logi only, let me just go ahead and click this so we can get that done. So I just put a bunch of stuff in here just now, some sledgehammers, and 11 minutes. Are you bloody crazy? Oh, crap. Yeah. So,
Tasker.
matter of fact, I'll just talk to you right now. Let's go grab some raw material. Let's see how many are left of this thing here. Okay, there's a good bit that's left.
Come on.
So I'm gonna just show you a little bit of import right here.
I'm gonna pass
how
out.
long you've been here watching.
Nonsense.
But the import is basically you got yourself a truck, and you're about to go just get some raw resources, and you bring them back to the refinery, and then you just leave them in the refinery on public. The reason it's considered import is because you're not actually exporting it anywhere. You're bringing it into the factory to be refined, allowing others to do the export portion. Another step in the import could be that you're also taking, wait a minute, so raw materials to process. Yeah, another step in that could be you could take the now refined materials, like what I just did with the B mats, and I put them in there and made the sledgehammers, you can then manufacture and still leave the resources at that location for someone else to move out into another area. So you can still manufacture goods that are needed for others, so that way it saves time when someone wishes to do an export logistics route. The materials are already created and just stockpiled. So export Logi is basically picking up from a manufacturing location, which in this game is called Logi Towns. You know, I'll go to a Logi Town, like Stone Cradle, it's a Logi Town. That's where we are right now, by the way, over here in Stone Cradle. So you go to a Logi Town, you go pick up your resources, rather it be B mats, because you can use them for building, or crates of guns, weapons, you know, weapons, tools, medical supplies, and then you export them to a front line, or if not a front line, say for instance, this one's a little bit tricky. This is still more of a import rather than an export, but if you're a clan and you have your base out somewhere, you would manufacture in the Logi Town, but you would import your goods to your actual clan's base wherever it's located. So that would also be an import, but an export would be from the place where it was manufactured to a front line, or you could also bring it to someone who's planning an operation. So it will still be an export, because the place where you're taking it to, it's not going to be used right that moment, but it will be used for an operation. So I don't know, do they still have operations? I don't think they have the operations, and maybe they do. I hadn't seen any. I didn't even look for them, but operations, they were a bit tough as well. I didn't like the operations the way how they worked back then, because it was just a place for people to come get free supplies, basically. So there we go. We got a bunch of raw material. You know what? Let's just fill the truck while we have it here. Yes and no. Yes, people do. This is for gluttonous. I'm not going to even say the last part there, but yeah, gluttonous. People do misuse. Yeah, you're also right there, cans. It's a thankless job. A lot of people do not appreciate. But normally when I'm out here grinding, I thank whoever's helping me. I go ahead and give them commands. You can press F1, that'll pull up your screen here and show you all the people that are on. And or you can hold down Alt. If you see a guy nearby, you just click on his name while holding Alt, left click on him, and then you'll see the option to commend that player. So that's one of the things I do. But back to gluttonous. In his question, do people mismanage resources? Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that you do have people who have done things like create alternate accounts, and they took the resources and say dump them in a lake or in a bush, and they were basically sabotaging that team. So say for instance, John Doe plays as a warden. He likes the wardens, but he's got an alternate account that he uses on the colonial side, so he can feed colonial secrets back to wardens, as well as sabotage the colonials by throwing away their resources, just dumping them wherever. That's the kind of things that we've seen. Also, there are some clans that used to, not so much now, and very few of these. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to suggest that the entire clan did it. I would just say that there were members of clans that would take resources that they didn't actually work for. So they didn't actually grind the resources themselves, but because the resources were available and they needed to use them, they didn't think about, you know, everyone else that needed to use the resources. They just thought about themselves and that they wanted to shortcut the grind. So they used the resources that were public for their own personal reasons, and I don't want to classify that as being negligent or anything like that. It's more selfish than anything, but you know, that kind of stuff happens. There's resources lying around and you need them for a quick operation. Maybe you don't need that much, but you still need some. Yeah, people just use stuff, you know what I mean? And they don't put back, and that's where the problem happens. Guys like me, I don't give a damn. I'm just, all I do is put into the public slot for most of the time. Even if I don't, like just now when I told you guys about everything that I had over there at Viper Pit, after 2 days, that stuff automatically goes into public. So all of those resources are automatically made public for everyone to use. And it doesn't matter to me because that's ultimately what I was going to do with it anyway. But I was going to use it to make more videos. However, I missed the precious stone cradle, so I had to come back down here. Let's see, Skull. How long have you been playing Foxhole? I swear we've met. Oh yeah, there's a good chance we've met numerous. Oh crap, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm looking over here at the chat, not paying attention to where I'm driving. Yeah, there's a good chance we've met, man. I've been playing for a while. I don't remember exactly how long. I can probably look at when I bought the game on my Steam thing, but since I'm actually playing the game right now, I'm not gonna do that. And I'm streaming. I don't know what I have on my desktop, but I don't want to accidentally stream my desktop right now, so yep. We got 1K in fuel in here, but I need more. You know what, let's just make some fuel just to be on the safe side. Let's just dump a little fuel in there. Oh no, oh, wait, cancel, because it's at the personal. Before I actually make the fuel, I'm going to set it to public, but because I'm actually grinding a bunch of stuff right now so that I can manufacture for Logi, I need it to stay on personal. So let's just keep it on personal for a little while, and let's take these mats. Why don't we? What do the fronts need the most besides B mats? Everything. I mean, here's the thing. On the front, what I look for, because I've been playing for a while, I know a lot of well, I took a year break because I had a child, but when I was playing steadily before the child, I knew a lot of the people who were playing on the front, like, so I knew a lot of the engineers, the people who would actually use the resources appropriately. And for anybody that's out there building, I understand that there are people learning the game. I understand that when you're learning, sometimes you don't build the best. You know, you might accidentally build in the middle of the road or anything like that. And a lot of players get frustrated when you're doing that, myself included. If you build anything in the middle of the road, I'm going to come at you very strong. Not in a negative way, like I'm swearing at you and making you feel bad, but I'm going to be very strong. Please do not do that. You know what I mean? So just understand, it's frustrating to go grind up a ton of materials, then have to destroy something because a player built it in an inappropriate place. Very frustrating. Let's go ahead and grab some shirts there, because shirts are always good. What else do we need here for Logi? I want to make more tools, man, but as you can see, those sledges are taking a long time. I want to make some more binoculars and stuff. Hell, you know what? Just throw some blue mats in there. Somebody else can use them. It'll be perfectly fine. Alright, let's check the chat here real quick. What do the fronts need? Yeah, oh yeah, I got kind of sidetracked just now. The fronts need a little bit of everything, and it depends on the front that you're actually playing on. The defensive engineers definitely need building materials like B-mats so that they can get things going. You really want to look for an engineer, like a person that knows what they're doing, because a lot of new guys, you know, again, they're learning, and that experimentation is good. However, it's a bit frustrating, and they get to spamming down trenches every flipping where. You get out there and it's just a spaghetti nonsense field of madness, and then you know, I get a little pissed off at it sometimes, because when you're trying to drive to get to a fob and there's just this you know, disgusting field of nonsense out there, you know that it's a bunch of new guys. You know, it's not somebody being malicious, it's just a bunch of new guys learning. So they're you know, they're putting stuff where they think it can go, and what they're not realizing is, hey, now my Logi's cut off. You know what I mean? This is how we get supplies, and now we can't get them because I just built madness everywhere. So you really want to look for a person that's an engineer, somebody who plays for a while. And it's kind of hard because you don't necessarily know at first, right? You try to use in-game things like rank and stuff like that, but it's kind of hard to even use that because the ranking system isn't built off of player experience. It's built off of how many of us stood around in a circle and commended each other a million times back in the day when we could do that. Now they limit it to only 3 times. You can only commend the person 3 times now, whereas back in the day, I mean, I used to commend people like my buddy Phantom when he joined Foxhole. I must have commended him like 40 times in like under a minute. You know what I mean? Just spammed it on him because I do Logi. I get a ton of commands all the time, and for me, the rank in this game is just useless because I can grind for 100 hours straight and not rank up once. You get what I mean? So the ranking system means absolutely nothing. But yeah, back to the question. I'm getting off on a rant. I don't wanna rant too much there, but yeah, if you know an engineer, you can get them supplies. If you don't know an engineer, you still want to deliver some supplies to the town hall just so, you know, somebody can use them. Even if they don't know what they're doing, put them to use. Get some experience. You will eventually run into somebody that knows what they're doing, or you'll figure it out by everybody being upset with you. Either way, either way, you're going to figure it out. It's not too bad. Small arms are always needed, and a good ratio to go, depending on what you're sending down, is 1 crate of guns with 3 crates of ammunition. Because the guns can be retrieved off of the front line. It's the bullets that you're gonna, you know, go through a lot. Grenades or HE grenades are also really good to make as well, because you gotta go through a whole ton of defenses when you get on the front lines. If you ever play on the front lines, you're going to realize HE grenades are really good to have. So making a bunch of those, that helps. And there are guys who always need Howies. I mean, that's all they do is sit out there, and if they find Logi coming through, they make sure to remind every Logi guy coming by that we need Howie shells. So you're going to always hear about that. But as you play, you start to learn just by talking to people. A lot of people will just straight up if you're doing Logi especially, people love to tell you what they need, even if you don't give a shit. It's like they can see me coming from a resource mine somewhere, like a scrap field, and I'm taking it to do pure import Logi. I'm just importing from the front line this time, right? Stealing resources before the enemy take the location back. So they'll see you moving and they go, hey, bring down some Howie shells, will you? And it's like, dude, when I'm coming back, I'm coming to get more resources, you know what I mean? I'm not bringing anything down. I'm just snatching resources. Bring some Howie shells. And there's probably no Howie shells even made. So you'll probably, if you wanted to bring Howie shells, you have to bring them from like 10 maps over or something crazy, right? Like, who the hell is going to do all of that? But yeah, it's a lot of grind with that. If you don't have resources in one location, you try to find them in other locations, then you have to drive through several maps just to go get the resource, then bring them all the way back. Like, oh my God. I've done it, and I did not like it. When the maps were smaller, it was much easier to do, because, I mean, you know, when we had the 3x3 map, it was much easier to do. But now, there's no way in hell I'm doing it now. Way too much grind. Let's see here. Totally used to run logistics all day. Pretty sure yeah, man. Logi is what I do a lot of the time because it's super relaxing. And when you do Logi, like right now, I'm doing solo. A lot of the Logi I do is solo because of my work schedule. At times I have to, you know, come on and say, oh no, I don't want to throw these away. And I don't have anything to build a box, right? I didn't bring any B mats with me this time, did I? Oh no. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I think they last for 5 minutes. We should be back within 5 minutes. Yeah, we should be back within 5 minutes. It'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure we ran into people who locked their trucks in free lots. Oh man. Yeah, that's a terrible thing. I don't understand why that happens, and some of the times I think that it's done by accident. Because when, like right now, I'm using my truck. If you saw the stream from the beginning, you'll saw that I unlocked the truck that I was using and just left it there. And then I made this truck with the resources that I gathered. So I think with some people, they just forget, you know, because if you jump out of a truck, there's no thing that let you know that, hey, you left your truck locked. Do you want to unlock it? You know, there's no message or anything. You just have to remember to do it. And over time, you know, you just kind of want to leave the message for people. Like if you see somebody jumping out of a truck and you just talk to them like, hey, you guys still playing? If you're not, you know, unlock your truck. One of the messages I used to tell everybody is all good logic carries a wrench. I had to stop saying that because what normally happens is some of the new guys that plays, they want to be good logic, right? So they hear me say all good logic carries a wrench. So they carry a wrench. Then they get shot on the way to the front lines. The enemy takes the wrench, and now the enemy is behind our lines with the wrench unlocking. You get what I mean? So I had to stop saying that because, yeah, it came with consequences. But if you're only doing import logistics, yep, all good logic carries a wrench on the friendly side of town. If you're going to the front, don't carry a wrench down there. It's only going to end badly. Oh, you know what? This is the truck that I had right here. So you can see this truck right here is unlocked now. I stopped using that one because that truck only allows you to bring raw resources. You can't actually take VMATs and then use them to manufacture anything with that truck. So that's why I stopped using that one. There we go. We got our sludgies, baby. So these are reservable because I just made them. You can see now if I switch that to public and then withdraw them, then they will no longer be reservable. So let's just pull that to public real quick and then check that out real quick. See? So those are no longer reservable because I switched it to public. So keep those in mind. If you want to put stuff in your personal reserves, you should definitely keep it private. For me, it didn't really matter because it's all going to public anyway, so I don't care if it's reservable or not. And even when I do reserve it, the main reason why I would reserve stuff is so that when I log back on, I can take that stuff and dump it into the town hall and let Logi have more stuff. I like to make sure that Logi stays supplied, and whatever I don't supply for Logi directly, I'll put into a storage depot so that it can be shipped out to a front line somewhere. Alright, so let's check the chat again. You seem chill. Thank you, Bonner. Hop on Headspace. I don't know what Headspace is, so I can't really tell you. And oh, the Parkinson's carry wrenches. Well, yeah, yeah. You're gonna have. Not all of them are gonna carry it, but you know, you're gonna within the group. There's gonna be one or two people with a wrench. Parkinson's running around. So yeah, you're right about that. I still wouldn't give them a free wrench though. And what's reservable? Oh yeah, I don't know how long ago that message came in, so Bonner, if you just saw what I just showed you about the reservable tag on a crate, in this game you can go to a storage depot and create your own personal reserve. I don't think reserve is the correct term, like what they actually call it in game, but basically it's just your own personal, you know, reserve. That's what it is. When you go to the storage department, it will be a little plus sign down on the action keys. So what I mean by the action keys, let me just hop out of the truck real quick. So you see how down here on the bottom you have the action section. When you click on the storage depot, there should be like a huge plus button for creating your own personal reserve. Once you create it, make sure that you have it highlighted in the top, like how I just showed you how to switch from public and private when I took those shirts out of the hold on, I'm trying to, let me pick up drop items. There we go. Why can't I pull up the oh, because there's no more box there, no wonder. Yeah, you make sure that your reserve is selected at the storage depot once you create it, and then you add the reservable items that you have to your private reserve. If the item is not reservable, like what I just did by making the item public and then withdrawing it, then it will not go in there. It'll probably give you a message or something letting you know that this item is not reservable. But yeah, you can just reserve items in there for personal use, or you can switch it from personal. So say for instance, if you want to store some B-mats and sledgies for yourself, you can put those in reserve and then the rest of the items into public so that the public can have items as well. Like I mentioned, most of the stuff I do is public, so I really don't care. That's why I never really join clans or anything like that either, because I don't want to be dealing with the politics of the clan, first of all. Secondly, my schedule is awkward now that I have a kid, you know what I mean? So it's I'm definitely not going to be able to be in any sort of meetings or anything like that and deal with the whole clan business and coordinate like everyone else can. So, and when you're doing a channel as well, like my channel is meant to help people. Clans normally get into all these bunch of bickering and arguments. I don't know how many of you guys are on Reddit as well, but remember that whole excrement storm that broke down on Reddit between I think it was a guy called Helping Hans. He streamed some stuff and everybody blew up and lost their shit because he was streaming, and I'm just not going to go into the details of it. But yeah, I'm trying to avoid all of that. All right, and I don't mean to open up old wounds, but I had to give an example for why I play solo. I take them because people tend to leave their armor. Oh, wait a minute. Let me not get that. Leave their armor or Logi with stuff. You take what exactly? Oh, you mean you take a wrench, Master Spy? Yeah, because I mean if I'm thinking you're talking about taking a wrench with you, speaking to Master Spy, yeah, I do understand what you're saying. A bunch of trucks and stuff lying around. Say somebody lost their internet connection and their truck's just laying there on the side of the road somewhere with a bunch of useful stuff inside of it. You know what I mean? You pull up to that truck and you're just kind of questioning what's in there, and it's locked. If you got a wrench on you, you can unlock the truck and check, and if there's a lot of supplies in there that was meant to go to the front, but the player DC'd, disconnect for anybody that doesn't know what DC stands for. Yeah, just take those goods to the front, you know, snatch them out of there. Oh no, I overdid it again. Okay, well, we saw it last for a little while over here, so let's just go ahead and do it again. Now, for anyone that wants to know how you do this, you just hold down Alt and left click on the items in your inventory and they'll just drop on the ground, creating this little chest right here. Then you can hold down Shift and E if you're in between multiple objects that have storage. So that way, if you're trying to, say for instance, like you're standing in the middle here, but you're trying to access the box, but it keeps pulling up the inventory of the truck instead of the box, you hold down Shift, press E, and then you can select the one that you actually wanted. So you see in the box down there, that's what those things are down there. Loud and clear. Said that a message was held for review. There's nothing seriously in there. Let's put show, because it's not a bad message that was put on there. I guess that YouTube decided to hide that. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not gonna go into details about that again because it was a flaming shit storm when that happened. And last thing I want to do is be the guy that is seen as trying to bring that back up. I just gave an example, and that's the first thing I can think of. But yeah, it's a reason for me not to go messing around with clans. I'll help out a clan. Like if I'm down there in the front and the clan's out there, you know, doing their thing, sure. If I'm down there and they need supplies and I can make it down there, you know, I got enough time to actually make another run back down to them, sure, I'll help them. Or I'll transport their troops wherever they gotta, you know, wherever they gotta go. Hop in the truck, I'll take you where you gotta go. I don't mind helping clans and working with them. I've got videos of me doing that, but I don't actually join one. You know, I'm not going to be dedicated to one because, especially with the whole,
By
you know, we
normal
only
means.
play Warden as this clan, or we only play Colonial as this clan, or
Alright.
we
Yeah,
play
that's-
both sides,
Well,
but whatever
put
side
a
we're
resource
playing, you have to
container
play
out the way
because you're a
then
part of
for
the
you.
clan.
I'll
And
use
it's
the
like,
truck.
nah, I don't want to be a part of all that. Let's go ahead and dump that in there. The iron is for tech, the tech tree. The tech tree is a pain in the ass. So it's iron and what is it? Aluminum. You know what? Let me just go ahead and get those loose items out of there because it's gonna bother me to hell if I can't get those out of there. So let's get out of the bike. There. Hey, Chubb.
Yeah, so just
All
going
right,
to
so
the
let's go
crane.
ahead and pull these
and
loose
then,
items out of there. Let's go ahead and keep that in there. Yeah, I figured you were talking about Ranch Stairmaster Spot. Okay, so we got some more Lucy's in there. Oh, I didn't actually manufacture anything this time? Crap. Alright, let's manufacture some things and then we'll go drop these loose items off in the town hall. Okay, so let's click on that, get a bunch of good stuff out of there. There we go, we got some B-mats. Man, it feels so good to get a full truck of B-mats like that. It used to be, for those of you who don't know what I was talking about earlier, when I was talking about dropping new items in because of the items reserved.
I have
So here we are.
look. Just shift click
okay.
on where like the scrapping
Okay, so
symbol is,
Luigi's talking.
where it
I'm
says
going
the
to,
221.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
can
this is
actually
vehicle
go down,
parking,
click
and
on
then you
his
just leave
name
them
there.
unlocked.
Yeah, like
Grab
that.
it,
Now it's all
work
sorted.
it.
Ah, righty,
Get out of the
yeah.
truck.
Cheers.
Yep,
There we go.
no problem.
There we go. From the truck, it'll blow the horn if you try to do it. So he's not saying anything bad. It's just that I'm talking to you. His mic's kind of loud on my end, so that's why I had to do that. So you see how I was able to dump a lot more salvage in, even though I have B-mats stored over here in the reserve. I don't know when they changed it, but you couldn't do this before. Oh, look, they got the X. I had a bunch of B-mats over there, Viper as well, loaded in there. So eventually, it's going to expire, and then those B-mats will automatically be made public. So at Viper, they get a lot of good stuff coming to them. Probably already got it, because this was, I think Friday when I did that, or Saturday night. You know what? Let's go to Viper after this. We'll go over to Viper and go check that out, because I bet I still have all that stuff over there. I want to go just make it public. So, yeah, let's go ahead and turn the rest of this public. I don't need any more of that. I just want to come make some stuff over here, and made sure that over in this Logi town that they got a lot of good stuff going. Alright, I made a bunch of sledges. Ooh, binos. Let's make some binos, and I don't know what else to make here. I'll make some more radios as well, and then do public, because I'm not coming back for it. Let somebody else have it. There you go. Make a bunch of shirts. We're gonna go public with that as well. There you go. Alright, so by just making it public off the jump there, I mean, everybody will be able to do what they gotta do. So shirts are always necessary, like you can always need shirts. And these are some good things for Logi around here, so hopefully Logi will be able to have that. I'm not sure about medical right now, or any of the other things that are in here, except for revolvers. I love revolvers. You see how I just make the one, because, I mean, look at this. This crate has 20 in it. So you see down there in orange it says produces crate of 20 Cometa. I don't know what that is. I guess that's the name of the revolver, the Cometa. But yeah, you only made one. 20 revolvers is a decent amount. And then the rest is ammunition, because you're gonna really make your way through that ammunition. So that's going to be public there. Bada bing. So now we got that on the back end. Yep, and the rest of this, just dump it all in there. You know, let other people use it. It's not there for me now, it's there for the team. So I'm gonna unlock my truck once I get the rest of these supplies over there, and dump my stuff in the town hall, unlock my truck, set it in the pool somewhere for anybody to, you know, take and use, and wish the best. Here we go. So they got a lot of good stuff over here now, and I hope that the Logi over here is all set. Now let's check these trucks real quick. I want to see if these are unlocked. So first, let me not block all of the roads with my truck. Oh, you right away, Snuggles. There we go. Do I have anything in my inventory? Yeah, just a few items. Alright, so these are unlocked here. Yep, looks like somebody did a great job here unlocking these. Fantastic. Oh, that one's not locked though. So it might be in use. Oh no, it's not. Yep, so somebody didn't they didn't unlock that. And I'm not going to consider it to be an intentional thing. It's just they probably were logging off. They were tired after a night of grind and they just jumped out without unlocking. So let's just remind each other, make sure to unlock when you're done. So, whoops, what am I doing? Just dump all this in the truck. Click, click, click. There we go. Click, click, click. And I'm gonna have to stop the stream in a bit as well because it's 12 o'clock. I just seen it's time for the time for baby to get fed, and then once baby's fed, I'll be able to come right back. Hey Boombox, you need a truck? No?
No, I don't need. I'm just AFK.
Okay, I'll just go park it. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do here is let's press L for now. Unlock the truck. I gotta go get this bottle ready for baby girl.
Nouvelle petite BBA là.
Alright, anybody need a truck?
Elle
I'm
est
getting
où,
ready
elle
to
est
drop off a truck. So if anybody needs this, you can just take it. You need one?
Oh, we could
No.
use it. We would need
Yeah,
it.
we'll take that.
Here
Yeah.
you go.
On l'a
It's
fait
right here.
à...
Thank you. Hold on. One moment. I'm gonna tell the other guy to stop. Yeah,
Nous, on est en train
yeah,
de-
we grabbed the truck.
Yeah, we already got a
Damn
track.
Yeah. Well, you gotta finish building it. No. Don't waste the resources. Let's just finish it up. If I got a hammer, oh shit. I don't have a hammer. Anybody got a hammer? Let me help him. Let's just help him finish build it to get it out of the way. Let's not waste the resources. Thank you kindly. Alright, drop me some of those mats. I'll help you out there, bud. Alright. Alrighty, so yeah, this is the kind of stuff I do, man. We give the truck up, let somebody else make use of it, and then, you know, head out. Go do what you gotta do. Now, someone commended me earlier. I don't know who it was. If anybody remember what that name was, I'll try to commend that guy back. I like to share the wealth, if you know what I mean. And yeah, don't forget to commend your fellow players. Everybody here is working hard. The only people I don't commend are the people who beg for it. I don't commend those guys. Because you'll have some people who, oh, I wish I could commend you back, but oh, you know, I just don't have any. And the truth is, they do, but they only share it with their friends or something, you know. So if I see somebody working or whatever, yeah, go ahead and throw some commends at them, man.
I didn't even bring a hammer. I'm an idiot.
Oh, you can take this hammer. Someone just lent it to me. I'm gonna finish this truck and then give it away to whoever wants it. I just didn't want to waste the resources.
Oh,
here you go.
I was just gonna help you build it.
Oh.
I didn't really need it, but I'll take it.
Yep, here you go.
Thank you.
All right, so if anybody wants this truck, you can take it. Anybody that wants it, can take it.
Here, I'll just leave it in the garage.
Alrighty.
Let's put it over in the garage right here.
Yep. Alrighty, gents. Take care. Oh, the stone cradle nuke. Yeah, the stone cradle nuke was awesome. I remember playing that day, everything that was happening. I'll be able to talk to you more about that in a minute, but I really have to go get a bottle ready for my daughter before she actually wakes up. So give me a second. I gotta go hide somewhere. I'm gonna pop right back on here once I'm done feeding her, but I gotta go get that done. And then I guess I'll see you